A sovereign wealth fund is a government-owned investment fund often established with reserves or national savings. Through targeted investments, it can be used to diversify the economy and to generate wealth for the country and its citizens. A sovereign wealth fund can also be used to manage the value of the currency to achieve national development goals. It also enables the country to borrow at favorable interest rates. The disadvantage is that it can be open to abuse and corruption. Now, President Ramaphosa's announcement that the government is going to establish one took many by surprise. The main question being, where is the money going to come from?
Maybe it's one of those things where in theory you create it, but you don't have much funds in there until you actually get a windfall gain of some kind or the other. But I think South Africa is very far away from that. We're at the moment really in a very, very tight spot as far as our economy is concerned. Some critical decisions will now have to be made, and it's got nothing to do with a sovereign wealth fund. That doesn't make our life easier. We have to make decisions around energy. Government has to decide how is it actually going to cut spending, to reduce its deficit, and to contain this massive build-up in debt, bearing in mind that interest on debt is now the fastest growing item in the budgets.
Others are a little suspicious about the president's announcement too. Professor Chris Maligane from West University's School of Economics and Finance is a long-time proponent of a sovereign wealth fund.
If you are serious about the idea of the sovereign wealth fund, you would outline how the sovereign wealth fund will be capitalized. Even if you give a broad outline, for example, you need to mention that the mineral resources in the country, the state is going to have a certain stake, and revenues from that will be directed towards a sovereign wealth fund.
Maligane suspects that the president's announcement is aimed at neutralizing his detractors at the ruling party's National General Council in June.
By not giving content to the sovereign wealth fund as to on what basis it will be established, then he hollows out the content, and to me it appears like he wants to appeal to the ANC to say, I am implementing NASREC resolutions, because NASREC resolutions do state that there needs to be an establishment of a sovereign wealth fund, and there are complaints that he is not implementing NASREC resolutions. So by not giving content to the sovereign wealth fund, he could be politicking.
The president left it to the finance minister to flesh out the announcement in his budget speech next week. Bongene Mochoi, SABC News, Johannesburg.
All right.